Barrett-Jackson is happening right now in Las Vegas, and welcome to Cars, Shops, and Collections. And oh, we got a treat for you guys today. We're going inside an exclusive tour, Barrett-Jackson. This is day one. Thank you for watching. If you like it, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, give it all that jazz. Let's go inside, come on.
I'm Mike McCullough, the Director of Consignment with Barrett-Jackson Auctions.
Mike, thank you so much for having us, man. I really
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Pleasure's ours.
First off, when you walk into the auction floor, I mean, the hair on my arm is standing up. What's it like for you every time you come out here?
It's exciting. I mean, that's what Barrett-Jackson events are all about. Our auction has been around for 50 years. And the reason why it is the spectacle that it is because there's just so much excitement here. You know, at this auction in Las Vegas, we're selling 650 cars, all no reserve. Every car is selling. Every single 2 minutes on that block, no matter what you're doing in this room, walking around, every 2 minutes it's sold. Sold.
You're hearing it. You're hearing it.
Sold.
Okay, let's talk about some of the cars we had here.
All right,
this one right back here. Tell me more about it right here.
Yeah, so this is a Resto-Mod 58 Corvette. This car, the consignor of this car absolutely spared no expense, and I do mean that. He spared no expense. The car's been completely redone. It's got an LS7 7-liter V8. It's got a 4-speed automatic transmission. The number of hours someone puts into a car like this to get it to this condition, I mean, they really do. They approach 7 figures.
This looks like something you would see a kid on his shelf in his bedroom. It looks like a toy car. It's so cool.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's absolutely detailed to the nines. Nothing's been overlooked. Every detail has been addressed in something like this.
All right, this is, I mean, we spent all day on this one. Over here, the Mustang. Tell me more about Tenacious.
Yeah, so basically, we saw the Corvette. Now we got the Ford version. That's a 1965 Ford Mustang Fastback. Arguably one of the most popular body styles of a Mustang that was ever built in 65 and 66. They're taking these old cars because everybody loves the style, and they're fusing them with current technology. So you've got the 5-liter Coyote engine that produces close to 500 horsepower, plus you get 25, 30 miles a gallon driving it.
It's going to start on the first try too, right?
Every time. You don't worry about no carburetors, doesn't smell like gas.
Was this the one that was built, multiple builders came together in this one?
I believe this one did have quite a few people involved, yeah.
Okay, we switch over to the other side. You got a Boss over here.
Yeah. So in contrast to the Resto-Mod 65 Fastback, now we have an absolutely all original 69 Boss 429. This is how the car came off the assembly line in 1969.
So this is numbers matching everything inside is original in this car?
Thing is exactly how it came off the line. This is finished in royal maroon, which is one of only a handful of colors that you could get a 69 Boss 429 in. 69, they all had black interiors in 69. What makes this car so special is Ford took this Mustang and they didn't finish it. They shipped it to Carcraft, an outfitter, an upfitter back in the day.
Yeah.
You got to see this.
Uh-oh, here we go, Lance. This is an exclusive. Whoa.
So what they did is Carcraft cut the front shock towers out and dropped them about 2.5 inches in the car, so they could fit this motor. And this is Ford's version of the 426 Hemi. Basically, it's a Boss 429. It's a semi-hemispherical combustion chamber cylinder head. The head on this thing is this big.
But this is the original engine.
Absolutely. Original 429 equipment. It's how it came from the factory.
How does a car like this stay in this condition? So
this one's been completely restored.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been completely restored by a very well-known restoration guy out of Oklahoma. Has been doing these for a long time. He's one of the best.
This is a treat.
They only built 857 of these of the Boss 429 Mustangs, and they built 2 Boss 429 Cougars in 1969. But just 857 of these cars.
When's this going across the block?
This goes Saturday late afternoon.
All right, and this is in Barrett-Jackson, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Over here, the Superbird. I love the Superbird. Tell me more about this one.
It's probably one of the most instantly recognizable cars of the 60s or early 70s, late 60s. This car was built for NASCAR. It was quickly basically outlawed from NASCAR because it just had such a massive advantage from its arrow nose to its massive wing in the back.
So it was just too fast.
It was just too aerodynamically superior to everything else that of the time.
Yeah.
This one's very significant. It has the 426 Hemi, which they only built 135 Superbirds with that motor in them. These cars have started to approach, the $900,000 range recently. Yeah, they're shooting through the roof.
Is this numbers matching car?
This car is a numbers matching car. I mean, it's just a great example.
Oh my God.
I mean, here's how it works in these cars nowadays. They don't come up for sale. If a guy wants one, when one does come for sale, you got to go buy it.
So
it's not really a factor of what's it worth or it's like, do you want it? If you want it, keep your hand in the air.
But you have people coming to Las Vegas this weekend just to buy this
they'll
car.
come just for this car.
This one.
Absolutely.
Okay, move along the line here. The Barracuda.
You're gonna hear a lot of people throw around the term Holy Grail. I have some personal friends who like to use that term a lot. Holy Grail this, Holy Grail that.
If you watch any car shows, there's a couple guys that use them a lot. And I love those guys, by the way.
They're my buddies, long time.
I love them all.
This is truly a Holy Grail car. They built 59 426 Hemis with a 4-speed transmission, manual transmission in 1971.
So this is one of 59 cars?
One of 59 4-speed Hemi cars built in 1971.
And numbers matching car?
Has original engine. Yeah, it's an amazing car.
This is the Holy Grail of cars.
It really is. I mean, there is no other way to look at it. The only thing really more rare than this was the Hemi Cuda Convertible in 71. They built 11. So,
okay, well, one of 59 is not bad.
One of 59 is not bad.
Okay, we have a convertible over here.
Yeah.
What's that one?
This is a convertible. This is a big block as well. It's not the Hemi. It's a 383. Just super attractive car, the way it's finished with the billboards, the 383 billboards on the side. Of course, the 71s had the gills and the fenders. It's an iconic look. And convertibles, big blocks are extremely rare in 1971.
So we're calling this one, we saw before, this is the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
This is a very rare
This is
car.
just a really cool car.
It's a Holy Grail to me.
Really
It
cool
is all
car.
Holy Grail cars.
Right.
They're all spectacular. They truly are. Split window Corvette, 1963.
Yeah.
Whose is this? Tell me more about this one.
So this is referred to as a mid-year. So 1963 to 1967. Larry Shinoda was the designer of this car back for General Motors back in the day. This is the most iconic mid-year made, the split window, because it's the only year that if you look in the back, the rear window is split by a pillar.
And even if you're not a car enthusiast, if you're driving along anywhere and you see a Corvette with a split window in the back,
this tells you it's a 1963 right here.
It's a rare treat to find.
Because in 1964, they've realized that, hey, having a big blind spot right in the middle of the back of the window is not a great idea. So they got rid of that.
Okay.
But this really, the 63 split window is most iconic. Now, what makes this car really significant is it's basically a factory race car. So it was ordered with the Z06 package. The Z06 package is a special handling package. It has big brakes. It was really set up to take it to the racetrack. It's got the fuel injection 327 engine. This car has 4,000 miles on it. It has been restored, but it's a super well-documented, low-mile, original driveline. I mean, as you can see, this thing has won every award. It's an amazing car.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
These cars are $750,000 to some have sold for even over $1 million.
Can we go out on the floor a little bit?
Absolutely.
Come on, Lance. Let's go out on the floor. And you got the
watch
camera
out.
crew. Yeah, camera crew floating around here.
Knocked
We're gonna
out.
head over here. Let's go down this way. How long does it take? You said you have over 600 cars. When do you start bringing the cars into the floor?
So we start moving the cars in. At this event, we started moving in Sunday morning.
And is there a method to the madness of how they're laid out?
Yeah, so we always try to put our feature cars as close to the auction arena as possible.
This to me is like Craig Jackson's personal VIP room. These are the ones that he loves.
Yeah, we put the best of the best. I mean, that's really what it is. We put the best of the best closest to the action, closest to where everybody can kind of see them and look at them, because these are the most valuable cars.
Mustang row here now, are all these? Shelby's. And these are all one owners, or are there different owners?
Different owners. The blue one here is a 68 Gt500 Kr. It stands for King of the Road. The guy I mentioned to you earlier back over here about the 63 Corvette, Larry Shinoda, well, he defected, went to Ford. And when he went to Ford, he told them that they were planning to build a Chevelle called the King of the Road. So Shelby grabbed it, and when they introduced the new Cobra Jet engine in 1968 and a half for the Shelby, they designated it the KR and kind of stole Chevy's thunder.
King of the road.
Yeah,
I love the
cool.
stance on that too. That's got a real tough
absolutely.
stance on that. More Mustangs here?
Yeah, Mustangs. We got a 67 Gt500. We got a 70 Shelby Gt500. Basically, the only thing that makes a 69 and a 70 different is the 70 is a 69 that they didn't sell. It's the only time in history that the FBI oversaw the changing of VINs. They took the VIN plates from 69s and changed them to 70 VIN plates. And then Shelby added the black stripes on the hood and the front chin spoiler to kind of make it look a little different.
Do you know what color this is? The color is so unique.
It's called Grabber Green. It's one of the most iconic Shelby colors of the 6970.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Over here, Lance, to your left, you've got some Camaros. What are these, 68s?
So with 69s.
Okay, 69s.
Both 69s. Just great resto-mods. That's what one thing Barrett-Jackson is known for, is we feature some of the absolute best resto-mods in the country, the best builders of resto-mods. You know, back in our early days, I say early days, 25, 30 years ago, which the company's still been around for 20 years at that point.
Yeah.
The president of the company, Steve Davis, from California, he was a longtime consignor, Barrett-Jackson. He knew that the resto-mod was going to be the wave of the future because everybody loves the style of the old cars, but they like the technology, they like the usability of the cars. And so we really kind of pioneered selling the Resto-Mod, and today it's what we're known for, and it's just what we do.
I like them all. I like just how they look. I like
Absolutely.
the design of them, the Resto-Mod I love, and then the numbers matching ones as well.
Absolutely, they're all great. They're all great. This is a really cool little Ford truck. So it's built off the 32 truck. Which is just a kind of an iconic body style. But most of these cars, when people build these, they build them with like a Chevy small block or something like that. They put a Ford Boss 429 engine in this. So if you remember the car we looked at where they cut the shock towers out, that's the biggest motor I've ever seen in a 32. Wow. It's ridiculous. But this is actually one of my personal favorites. Yeah. This thing is just beautiful. Beautiful.
You stare at him. I want to go down here because Gabriel Iglesias is selling some of his personal cars here,
That's right. Yeah, the comedian is selling a couple of his cars down here. I believe he's got a Dodge Demon.
And then is the Trans Am his?
Yep, the Trans Am, which is a conversion from a Camaro. There's a company that builds these conversions, and they're really cool. It's kind of the car that General Motors should have made.
Yeah, right. Why didn't they do this?
Yeah, they killed the Pontiac line years ago. And it makes sense that they should have built a car like this because it might have helped that brand survive. You know? And of course you got the Destroyer Gray Demon.
This is his?
This is a 1 year only color on these cars from 2018. It's awesome.
So
it's a great color.
Do you know how many horsepower are in the Demon?
Yeah, it's 840 horsepower.
840
horsepower. Something nuts. Yeah. Way more than anybody needs.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, but someone wants it. Where can we go to next? I know we appreciate your time.
No problem. No problem.
This is a treat.
I mean, to be honest with you, we could just walk around and look at it. There's so many great cars here. From, a Mercedes Black Series. Like, a lot of people don't even understand. This is, you could go down and you can buy an SL65 Mercedes from the dealership, but you can't get a Black Series. You had to be a special guy to get one of these because it's extremely limited build. They only built a very, very small handful of these cars. And a car that was built in 2009, the car's still valued at close to $500,000.
Now, when this goes across the auction block, how do you guys know where to start this at?
So Barrett-Jackson, we're a primarily no reserve auction. So, our auctioneers, with our staff, we understand what the vehicle's values are, but our clients actually really establish the market. They're the ones that do the bidding. They're the ones that set the pace and determine, at the end of the day, they determine what the car sells for.
But you have the auctioneer, you guys know coming across, okay, this car is good, we got to start this at $100,000.
Well, we don't start it. Like, we'll ask for the bids, but because we're a no reserve auction, the bidding is actually started by all the registered bidders in the room.
Okay.
They're the ones that raise their hand. Now, you raise your hand on that car at $10,000, the auctioneer, knowing it's a lot more valuable car, he may not take your bid because he knows he's going to get a bid of 50 or 100 to start.
Why waste the time?
Right.
I mean, you look out here, and it's car heaven.
It is. It really is. I mean, what's your favorite car? We have it.
Yeah. And you'll find a new favorite as well.
Absolutely. You want a stock car? You want a modified car? You want a truck? You want a Volkswagen bus? You know, you want an old Ford? You want a 300-mile Grand National? I mean, we've got this black 387 Grand National right here. It's got 300 original miles on it. I mean, it still has a sticker on the tires. It's got the window stickers, never been taken off the window.
Whoa, oh my gosh,
This is as close as you can get to going back to 1987 buying one of these brand new from the dealership.
So how many miles are on this thing?
300.
So a person literally bought this.
Yeah, 300 miles.
Home, maybe they drove it to the grocery store and then just parked it.
I'll say this, in the 80s, actually it kind of started around 78 with Corvettes, the Corvette Indianapolis 500 pace car. People started kind of getting an idea that, hey, you know what? Some of these cars are limited production and they're going to be worth something one day. And so you started kind of seeing people buy stuff and put them away. And that's what they did with this car, and it's a smart move.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, $18,000 car new and probably sells for, 125, 175 grand.
If I bought that car, I maybe sit on a week, like, okay, enough of sitting on it, I gotta drive it.
That's the problem with sometimes buying low mile stuff. Is you better have the wherewithal to be able to park it, look at it, and not worry about it.
Oh. I feel like I'm a broken record just going boy, oh boy, and wow. But that's what happens when we walk inside Barrett-Jackson.
Absolutely. I mean, we're away from our showcase stuff. We're back out of the way. And then right here we have a 1970 Plymouth Challenger Rtse SE, which is a special edition, which had a vinyl roof, a smaller back window.
So now these are kind of the cars.
And it's a Hemi. Like, it's a factory Hemi. It's a rare car, super rare.
But like this vehicle right here, this Challenger right here, this is like a one-off. This is one person who said, I want to sell my Challenger. I'm leaving it in your guys' hands, and they brought it down here.
Yeah.
Do you clean the car? It's kind of a silly question, but the car's in great condition. Did you have someone coming through and dusting them at night?
So what we do. What we do is we advise all of our consigners to have your car frontline ready. Have it ready to sell, looking its best foot forward. You get it to us. So once it gets here, we've got a team that goes around and tries to dust everything off, clean everything off. And, I also tell people you're your best salesperson. So, be here, represent your car, talk to people, explain to people who may not know what makes your car special. And the best way to do that a lot of time is with a bottle of Quick Shine and a 3M cloth, just wiping it down, and people will find you and ask you questions.
So car owners, like the owner of this Mustang right here, could be floating around somewhere right now, and he sees me looking at his car, might come up and say, hey, by the way, and give me some facts and stats. Check out the seats on this one. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely. What Barrett-Jackson does is we take your car, you let us market your car for you, and so our job is to put the car out to the masses, to put it in front of anybody and everybody on the face of the planet who thinks they want to buy a car like you have, to let them know it's going to be sold, give them the opportunity to come here and buy it.
Right, let's find one more. I know you have lots to do, but let's find one more and end it. We're going down this row, or is there something
more car?
What's catching your eye? Go down the row here.
All right. I'm a Ford guy.
Okay.
This 67 Mustang right here, it's really kind of a cool car. So it's a 67 convertible. Yep. It is what they call a GT-A. So it's the only year that the Mustang GT package was designated with the initial A for an automatic. So it's kind of a unique piece. It's a big block, which was the first year that Ford put a big block in the Mustang was 1967. And this was the biggest motor engine option that you could get from Ford in 1967. So it's really, and it has all the features. It's got the deluxe interior, which is what the Shelbys of 67 came with standard. It has a lot of options. This car is really, really a highly option. It's a lower console. It's got the interior decor group, exterior decor group, the luggage rack. It's got style steel wheels. I mean, this car is really, truly loaded out. And on top of that, it was judged in 2012 by the Mustang Club of America as one of the best cars.
This one right here?
Yeah. It won a Concourse Trailer Gold Award. I think in 2003, I'm sorry, it wasn't 2012, 2003, but it's just a phenomenal car.
And what I like too is walking around too. You have, if you've never been to Barrett-Jackson before, you walk around here and you have like little fact sheets on every single one of the cars. It's almost like for a car enthusiast, a self-guided tour as you walk through here.
Yeah.
And all the facts and information is right there. My final question, so like when this car goes across the auction block,
yes,
who's driving across? Is the owner driving across, or you guys have people that drive across?
So we do have drivers. We do allow the consignor to drive the vehicle up to and onto the block, But once it gets on the block, since we are no reserve auction and it is going to sell, we have them get out once the hammer drops. We have our drivers get in it, drive it off, and go park it.
And then say goodbye to it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mike, man, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
This is such a treat. I really appreciate your time.
No problem.
This was
I had
awesome.
fun.
Thank you so much. This was a
Anytime,
blast.
anytime.
If you need someone to drive cars across the block, just,
there you go. We'll put you to work.
I'm available. I'm available for hire, and I work for cheap. All right.
Right. Thank you
so much, man. Appreciate it. Woo. If you want your car, shop, or collection featured on the show, then shoot us an email at carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. That's carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. And thanks for watching, and be sure and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes of Cars, Shops, and Collections.